Hey everyone, how are you doing? I hope you are doing absolutely well. My name is Namu and you are watching Vocabulary Practice with Namu. Today in a video I am just going to give you few advice that is really helpful for you to learn English speaking. In this video I am just going to tell you what is the way that you can use your time to learn English speaking. So without wasting so much time, let's dive into the video. The first thing that I have to mention in this video that if you really it's really hard for you to spend your time to learn English speaking. Maybe are you student, maybe are you employee or worker, that is really hectic for you to spare time for learn English speaking because your schedule is very hard. So I just give you advice that how can you use your time to learn English speaking. First of all, just remember one thing. If you are doing a job in a multinational company, everyone every company give you time to take lunch at least for 30 minutes. So when you eating your lunch, try to finish your lunch at least for 10 to 15 minutes, and the spare 15 minutes learn you can use to learn any podcast. That is really helpful for you to use your time in a good way to learn English speaking. So whenever, because you have to every day you have a time to take a lunch, so why not use your time to learn any podcast for every day. Make it a routine for yourself. That is really helpful for you, and you can't spend your much time on that way because your schedule is very hectic. So always try that. And the second thing, that if you are a student and if you are in any school and your transportation is by bus, if you are going to school by bus, you can take your time on the way. What is the time taken on the way to your school? Just use it to read any book. If your home and school in between time is 10 to 15 minutes, just use it to read any novel or book. That is really helpful for you to make a habit of reading, and also you don't need to spend more time to learn English speaking. And when you go back to your home after school, you can use that time to learn any podcast. Maybe it can give you 10 to 15 minutes, but make it to a routine. That is a really important thing, that make it to a routine. Don't skip any single day, because that is the only time you have to spend on English speaking. So why not use it at the right way at the right time? So always try to maintain this. And the most important thing, if you don't understand what is the best way to plan the English speaking journey, it is okay. Try to maintain your schedule in a notebook. Try to write your plan in a notebook, that in which time you have to do it, in which time you have to eat, in which time you have to sleep, in which time you have to read, in which time you have to study. Try to maintain a plan and give 10 to 15 minutes to learn English speaking. But remember one thing, you have to maintain it regularly. You don't need to skip a single day to learn English speaking, because if you give gap in a single day, it is really hard for you to cover that period. So always try to make it a routine. That is the only way you can learn something. That is the only way you can improve yourself day by day. And one more thing I have to mention it, that if you want to listen any news channel, if you want to listen any sports commentary, try to do it in a English. That is the only way you can create a habit of learning English speaking, and that is really helpful for you. You don't need to think that you have to try it in another language. No, you just need to try it in English language. And I know in initial stage it's real not easy for you. So it makes it a routine for every day, so you can be used to it, because nobody can be perfect. Always try to remember this, and always try to learn something new. If you can see any word in English in any place, you have to read it. Try to memorize it. It is not easy for you in initial state, but when you are doing it in a right way, in a proper way every day, it is really easy for you, and you can really enjoy a lot for learning English speaking. But you have to remember one thing. If you want to learn English speaking, you have to stick on that basis. You have to stick on that you have to be perfect in English speaking. You have to do it. Don't try to quit, because I can understand in initial stage sometimes you are thinking, why I am learning English. I think I have to stop it because I have more important things to do it. But don't do this, because if you are making it right, if you are doing it in a right manner, I will assure you that you can learn English speaking. But you have to make it possible. You have to improve yourself every day. You have to learn everything in English every day. That is the only way you can learn English speaking, and you can do it more better way than me. Yes, I will tell you one thing. You don't need to think that you are less than anyone. You are not less than anyone. You are the same like others. You are the same like me. In initial stage, it's really tough for me also. But I have to stick on my basics. I always think that I can do it. That is the only way I can speak again and again. And if you want to compare me, just try to watch my previous video and listen them carefully. Then you realize what thing I have did wrong, and now what thing I have improving myself. But it takes time. It is not happened in a single day. It takes time. It is more than 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, but you have to do it. And I really want that you learn English speaking, but try to make it a practice. Don't skip your routine. Try to remember everything. Try to remember the steps that you have to mention while reading any book, while speaking in English. And always try to improvise yourself. When you read something, try to improvise. I can understand in initial stage it's really tough for you, but I know you can improve day by day. That is the only way you can learn English speaking. And I think that this tips really helps you a lot. But try it once, so you can understand what is the reason I am telling you this. That's all for today's class. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Do take care of yourself. And till then, bye bye. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.